What's up, guys? Welcome to DirtSheets.com video reviews. Today we're going to be talking about Elimination Chamber. We're going to give our thoughts on the pay-per-view, and then we're going to review Raw from this past week. So we got a lot to talk about. I'm Zach Brown. This is David Martell.
Yarp.
With me as always. And this week he is so over.
I am over.
He's got a rotating plethora of shirts
I
like
have
this.
lots of wrestling shirts.
Yes.
Let's hope I don't run out.
Let's hope I wear one in the future.
Yeah,
I know, yeah.
Zach is not a wrestling fan.
I am. I have plenty. They're just all dirty.
He is a plant.
Okay, so let's talk about Elimination Chamber. We did not see the pay-per-view.
We're not wrestling fans, just so you know.
Okay, we do have a review on DirtSheets.com. Sean Garmer did that review, as well as they have reviewed it on the Wrestling to the Max podcast that you can find on DirtSheets.com. So there are ways to go and see the reviews. We're going to be talking about our thoughts on the results.
Turnout.
Yes,
Let's
essentially. Okay,
right
so
decision, wrong decision. That's what
yeah,
we call
that's what we called it on our podcast. Was right decision, wrong decision. So Alberto Del Rio opening the show by defeating Big Show with a cross-arm breaker. Right decision or wrong decision, David?
Him having the title is the wrong decision.
Oh,
but him beating the Big Show, I guess, is the right decision.
Yeah. For me, it's the right decision, but there should have been another right decision in Ziggler catching it, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but
I'm conflicted with Del Rio having the title. Somehow, I guess he's kind of getting over. I don't know. I don't even know where his.
I don't know. They don't really show a lot of crowd reactions with him, but I don't know.
I mean, is he better than Big Show being a world champion?
So.
I think, yeah.
Probably.
Either one, I don't want them.
Yeah, I know.
There's other people out there I'm more interested in, and unfortunately, this is what we got. So, with these two guys, I think Del Rio holding on to the title is the right decision. Yeah.
Realistically, this was more of like one of these, you know what I mean? Like, not. It was really neither for us, I think.
Don't care.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like either. I mean, these two guys should have been in the title scene in the middle of the year, not towards WrestleMania. It's just an uncomfortable feeling.
It just doesn't. There's bigger feuds that could be made.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Antonio Cesaro defeating The Miz via DQ. Miz sort of like did this fake fall where he kneed him in the crotch and got DQ'd. So Cesaro retained. I feel that's the right decision. Miz being anywhere near that title while Cesaro was holding it, wrong decision, I feel.
I'm going to say wrong decision.
What? You want The Miz to win?
Listen to me.
Okay.
It's wrong decision because
Cesaro didn't win clean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want Miz even getting any shot that makes him look like he's anything.
Right.
At all.
It's a throwaway for me.
It's wrong because I don't want Cesaro to win like this because he's been so dominating. He's been beating people clean, and for The Miz, someone that I just don't even feel like is in the same league as Cesaro. And that's my opinion.
Wrestling wise, no.
Any-wise, I'm not. Anything that Miz has done in the past, to me, it just doesn't matter anymore. That's just how I feel. I'm not into him. I don't really care for him. I'm really into Cesaro.
Okay.
He is incredible. His wrestling is incredible.
I don't argue that.
He cuts decent promos. He's not the greatest promo guy, but what he says is funny. He's funny, and he comes across really well. And I don't want to see Miz at all near the title. And for him in the shady finish, I'm going to say wrong decision. I'd rather have a match where Cesaro wins clean.
Okay, yeah, hey, it's good for us to disagree sometimes. That's fine. I'm fine with it. I don't mind the DQ here. As long as Cesaro walks out with the title, fine by me. So, next up, we had the only Elimination Chamber match on the show. Jack Swagger defeating Jericho, Bryan, Kane, Mark Henry, and Orton to become the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship.
This is a hard one to say.
This is tough. I'm going to say wrong decision. I'll go out and say it. I really would have been fine with Jericho, would have been fine with Bryan, obviously, would have been fine with Mark Henry, would have been fine with Randy Orton.
Else.
Honestly, I would have been okay with Kane too.
Wow.
I think he's out of that group. Maybe that's the worst. Yeah. I like Swagger, don't get me wrong, but this is a extremely odd pairing for WrestleMania. For the World Heavyweight Championship, I mean, it's the World Heavyweight Championship.
It's hard for me to pick because, like, none of these matchups are really anything I want to see at WrestleMania because I don't want to see Del Rio with the world title. I don't want to see Big Show retaining. I'm going to say wrong decision because I think maybe the best scenario out of all these little mix-ups would be for Big Show, Mark Henry. I know it's not a match that seems great in the ring, but it makes sense. Technically, Big Show defeated Mark Henry for the world title for Daniel Bryan cashed in.
Yeah.
There would be some type of feud work there. Mark Henry's awesome. I love Mark Henry. I hated him
now he's
for
awesome.
like 15 years, but I love him now. And he's awesome, and I want to see him in a bigger match. I don't care. I like Jack Swagger, don't get me wrong, but they just started this gimmick. You know, how many weeks old is this gimmick? A couple weeks?
Yeah, it's very strange.
I get where they're going now because of Raw and stuff, but this is not a big WrestleMania World Title match. It's not one.
It's
like
not
in
built
the
up
middle of the
enough
year, perfect. Like you said,
yeah.
it would make sense. But for WrestleMania, you need the biggest matches, and out of all the combinations, this is not the biggest match. The biggest match to me would have been Mark Henry, Big Show.
I was pulling for Jericho to win and Ziggler cash in at some point before WrestleMania.
That would have worked too.
Or for me.
I would have even been fine if Swagger won, if Dolph Ziggler cashed in, because they have some, history together.
I'd even go for that more. I would way go for that
but
more,
for me, there was no sense made in Swagger winning to go against Del Rio until I guess now because of the storyline, but it's just not well built yet. It's just not that interesting. I'm sure they could have a great wrestling
Are you saying
match.
wrong decision as well?
Yeah, I said wrong decision.
Okay. What do you think of his new character? I mean, do you like it?
I'm fine with it, but it just started. I can't really grasp it yet and be into it yet because I don't really know it yet.
It's it's bordering on pretty offensive for Hispanic audiences, I feel.
Yeah, and I get it. I get it because they want to pull in the heat. For Del Rio. That's what they're going for, is this Del Rio Swagger, kind of hate feud.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that, but to me, there's bigger matches that could be made.
I completely agree on that. Yeah, totally. And for just him to come out of the blue, the pay-per-view before WrestleMania just feels odd to me. I don't know. I guess jobbing for however many months can pay off, maybe.
Well, he hasn't been on TV for a while.
I know that, yeah, definitely. But before that, he was jobbing so consistently. But yeah, okay, so from there, The Shield defeating Ryback, John Cena, and Sheamus. Now, last week we did say that The Shield have no chance.
Basically, zero chance.
Because, anyone who's anyone would think The Shield has no chance. But they came out on top again, so,
surprise.
Yeah, really is.
WWE is throwing out curveballs.
Yeah.
I'm happy about it. It's the right decision. They're building the Shield. They're making them look unstoppable. Like, no matter who they go against, they're going to win. And I love it. This is how they should have booked the Nexus. Maybe the Shield isn't like the main focus of the show like the Nexus was.
Right.
But you can still feel them growing and getting better, and you want to know more about the Shield. They're booking them really well, and it's just right. I want to see them beat big guys.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I wish they'd get on the mic a little more.
I agree. I definitely agree they need to be on the mic more. I wish they had finishers. I feel like they don't really have finishers.
I agree with
besides
that too.
Their supported powerbomb.
All right.
Let's help
and
fall.
Powerbomb into a trust fall.
But there's so much more we can get out of the Shield, but the fact that they're booking them to beat these bigger guys is awesome.
Yeah.
Totally awesome.
I also think it's the right decision for obvious reasons. I'm a big fan of all these guys, and Ryback and John Cena and Sheamus don't have to win. And I totally love that decision. So from there, we had Dolph Ziggler defeating Kofi Kingston singles match, only just under 4 minutes long. What is there to really say?
I'm going to say wrong decision because it's impromptu.
Yeah. David hates impromptu
I hate impromptu matches. If you listen to our podcast, if you read anything I've written, I do not like impromptu matches.
I agree with you.
It makes no sense. If you're going to have a match on pay-per-view, why not have a feud?
Right.
You have how many hours of television a week to build feuds? A million hours, basically. So, wrong decision. Any impromptu match is a wrong decision.
I'm going to say right decision just because Dolph Ziggler winning is the right decision. But it should have been. Yeah, I know. Yes, it was impromptu. Caitlyn defeating Tamina Snuka in a singles match for WWE Divas Championship.
Right decision.
Yeah.
I like Caitlyn. They're still building her. I mean, I like Tamina too, but I mean,
I would have been shocked.
Let's be honest, I don't really care.
Yeah, it's probably the least interesting thing going on right now, unfortunately.
But they're building Caitlyn. I would like to see a Caitlyn AJ feud. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Let it happen.
Yeah.
That would
for
be,
WrestleMania, that'd be great. That'd be the biggest money.
I know, I'm a genius. So can I say that? But I'm glad she won. They're building her up, so
I'm glad too.
That's really all I can say.
Yeah. The Rock defeating CM Punk.
Wrong.
I mean, is it that wrong when you know it's coming?
It's still wrong. It doesn't matter if I know what's going to happen or not. I still don't believe CM Punk should have lost Royal Rumble. I don't believe he should be cut out of the main event, possibly, at WrestleMania. He's had the greatest year last year. He's held the title for 434 days? Is that the final number? And it's disappointing. It's just disappointing to see, on The Rock, I can come in whenever I want. Here's the title, thank you.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to main event WrestleMania because I'm The Rock. I mean, that's it. I'm The Rock. It's just a name.
All right, David, you were saying?
The Rock is just a name. And as much as I love The Rock and I love his past, and as a kid I was a huge fan, I still want to see the future prevail, and CM Punk to me is still the future.
So I don't think CM Punk's the future anymore. He's the present.
He should be the present.
Yeah.
He should be main event in WrestleMania because he hasn't yet. He has not main event at WrestleMania. Jericho
is co-main event.
No, he hasn't main evented. He needs to main event.
Yeah.
And it's just disappointing. I like The Rock. Don't get me wrong. I love The Rock. You know, he's one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, no doubt. But I've seen Rock Cena. Yep. It was okay. Meh. It was okay. I've seen it. The best possible thing for me is a triple threat match at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
that's the only way that I will be thoroughly invested in the match.
That's a mega match.
Otherwise, I'm going to go in being like, well, Cena's winning.
Yes.
To me, that's...
Well, I still would kind of feel that Cena's winning. Honestly, at WrestleMania, no matter what.
I think if CM Punk is in the match, I can have some faith that CM Punk can win. That's just me.
Go ahead and feel that way.
I will.
I'm going to say right decision just because, you know what? Going into this, I was prepared for The Rock winning. There's no way The Rock's going to lose at Elimination Chamber.
I knew he wasn't going to lose it, so that's
right. Look, the wrong decision was at the Royal Rumble. Okay?
And it's not a wrong decision. Of a wrong decision.
Once it's done, it's done. It's like, I'm not going to complain.
John Cena wins the title at WrestleMania and he retains at Extreme Rules. That's still the right decision?
Because there's no possibility of him losing. So it's like, what?
You can't think that way.
I do.
You said that about the Shield. There's no possible way that they can win, but they did. So it's a right decision. You're flipping and flopping.
No, I'm not.
Flipping and flopping and flipping and flopping.
No, I'm not. That's not the same thing.
It is the same thing.
It is not.
It's the same thing.
It is not. The Rock winning at the Royal Rumble, there was still an air of mystery to it, okay? And we were still pulling for CM Punk to hold on to his title.
Always pulling for
As if The Rock, who freshly won the title, is going to lose right before WrestleMania. What planet would you think that happens?
I'm just saying.
I'm just a realist, okay? I'm not going to get excited about a non-possibility, okay? I'm fine with it just because it's the road to WrestleMania. It started at Royal Rumble. We're on the road. The road doesn't cut off for The Rock. I'm not flip-flopping anything.
I'm just saying it's wrong.
Okay, I don't disagree that The Rock shouldn't be champion, but that decision isn't wrong. The Rock should be champion going to WrestleMania.
All right. Okay.
It's the cards we were dealt. You can choose to play with them.
Whatever.
Okay, so that's pretty much the card. It sounds like a solid buy to me.
I think it was a decent pay-per-view from what Sean and them said. Everyone said it was a good pay-per-view with obviously some twists there with Swagger and Shield.
Swagger's the bigger one.
I would really like to see Elimination Chamber, and I would like to see Punk Rock. Those are matches I would really like to see. Yeah. And hopefully I will see.
Okay, so let's from there let's go ahead and move into discussion of Raw from February 17th, 18th. Today's the 19th, right?
20th?
Shut up. Yeah, February 18th. Okay. So, what did you think of the show overall? Give your rating now. No.
7.
Okay, let me see. Hated everything John Cena did. Let's just get that out of the way.
What did you like, Say? What did you like?
What did I like? I liked Cesaro versus Miz.
That was a surprisingly decent little match.
Decent little match. It wasn't
brutal for the short
Cesaro with
short
those
uppercuts.
Oh my god!
When he put his legs on the rope and just started murdering him.
It's like as if he had some beef with him or
freaking pulled him with
god! And then Cesaro lands on the complete wrong way of the chair, hits his armpits, and just collapses the chair backwards. It's like, what?
I want to see a full match. I want to see the full match of this.
I never thought you'd say that.
Because it was good for what it was. Do I want to see Miz win a title? No. But do I want to see a good match? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I can live with Miz if he's having a good match.
And you were okay with the finish? I mean, I thought the wrong guy won. That was my only problem.
My problem is Miz should be nowhere near submissions at all. Any submissions.
I know. That figure four
is disgusting. The fact that he's doing it is just like...
slap in the face of all the
great wrestlers do submissions, or they're supposed to. When it's a guy who's not great doing a submission, you're like, John Cena's STF.
There's nothing wrong these days with how he applies it.
Does Ox Texas Cloverleaf?
No, he does a sharpshooter.
Or whatever, sharpshooter, whatever. It's terrible either way. He does the worst sharpshooter. He does. I'm saying if you're watching this, Rock, you do the worst sharpshooter.
Oh, okay.
Just bring it.
Anyway, I'm fine with him doing the. Well, no. I'm not fine with it. There's nothing wrong with the way he applies it these days. When he first started playing it was sloppy and terrible.
Still bad.
The problem is not the execution of it. The problem is that he should not be doing it. It's a fabled move. It's like doing the crossface.
I'm surprised Ric Flair even let him use it.
I know.
He should
Where
be
is he nowadays?
Rolling in his grave right now.
He's
it's alive. Okay.
Anyway, what else did I like on the show? I liked the Shield beating the team of Sheamus, Jericho, and Ryback.
I like Jericho's little promo before them.
Yeah,
pushing Sheamus and Ryback.
Come on!
Stop it!
Stop it! Yeah,
Jericho's super pandering to the crowd right now.
Yeah. I dig it. It's
just
fine.
Waiting for him to turn heel.
I'm fine with him face right now.
I'm
face
fine
Jericho
with face.
is cool.
I like him either way. Jericho, we were discussing this. He's one of my top 5 wrestlers of all time.
Even though I'd have to put him in there. I'd have to put him in there, but I don't know where he fits. He's probably my number 5, maybe. It's tough because there's like Shawn Michaels, Undertaker. Anyway,
that could be a whole other episode.
I know that's so tough. Okay, so from there.
I forgot.
You see, the problem is that you put it all on me to remember everything that happened on the show. You talk about something.
What I didn't care for, I don't want to see Vince McMahon fight Paul Heyman.
Oh no!
But I do want to see CM Punk versus John Cena in Dallas. Which
we are going.
We're going.
Which, on that note, if any of you have watched this episode before Raw is live in Dallas, and you are somehow going to that show,
find us. Talk to us.
If all of these impossible things line up, you can come see us. We'll be in the crowd. Anyway, so we'll have a live review of that
during the show.
Anyway, so this is crazy. No, what we're gonna do is probably watch Raw, then immediately after have a review, and then post that probably the next day. So. Past that,
back to Raw.
Yeah. What else happened on the show?
I'm just waiting for you to throw something out.
Team Hell No. The things they're doing.
I'm kind of interested in where this is going.
Yeah.
Because are they setting up a possible match for them?
I'm interested in that.
Because
but they should have the titles at WrestleMania.
I know. I mean, it's confusing. That's the thing. It's just confusing. Are they going to have some singles feud? Mm-hmm. Are they going to break up? Are they going to lose the tag titles? Like, what is going to go on here?
Yeah. I really have no clue. The match I want them in is Hell No versus The Shield.
I agree. I think that would be the best matchup, but I don't know where it's going. I'm still.
I don't know.
There's so many question marks above people's heads. Like, I mean, Ryback, Sheamus, Randy Orton,
doing come WrestleMania time. Chris Jericho,
The Shield, Chris Jericho. Yeah. All these people are like, huh?
Lumberjack match.
There's 2 matches set.
I know.
We got, unfortunately, Del Rio versus Swagger. I don't know how. Like I said, I don't know how I feel about the Swagger stuff yet. I need to see more.
What's the guy's name? Zeb something.
Zeb Colter.
Zeb Colter. Yeah. It's really Dutch Mantel.
Yeah.
And
it reminds me of a lot when Sergeant Slaughter was a heel.
Sure.
Kind of gives me that vibe.
Yeah.
But not as cool.
It is not as cool. I'll admit that while potentially offensive, Zeb does a good job.
Yeah, he comes off as a crazy Republican.
Yeah, right. Jack Swagger does not do a great job at this.
I don't like his hair.
Yeah.
Just cut it.
Yeah, he just cut it.
Cut it.
Yeah.
I'm Jack Swagger, championship.
Yeah, really. He has not lost that lisp.
Poor kid.
I know.
Or guy. Are we older than him?
I don't want to think about it. I don't
know.
Anyway, what else happened on the show? Yeah, so D-Bry faced Swagger. I thought that was a good little match too.
It's alright.
I thought it was decent.
R-Truth returned.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Okay.
I was fine with
R-Truth is awesome as a heel. Never liked him as a face.
Yeah,
never will.
I agree with that.
Heel, amazing. Face, terrible. Good, he returned, I guess. Whatever, I don't care.
Right. No, I kind of agree with that. I mean, he looked fired up. He looked, he was in good shape. But it's just, him as a face doesn't work nearly as well. So,
we're biased. Sorry, R-Truth. I haven't even started yet.
Let's go ahead and jump to the end. What did you think of The Rock unveiling the new WWE Championship?
I imagine you're going to put it there. I love it.
I do too.
At first I was kind of skeptical, and now the more I think about it, the more I look at it, I love it. I hated the spinner title.
Oh, I did too.
So it's like anything's better.
I can't believe we had 8 years of that.
So seeing this title, it looks like a modern era title. It looks good. It's kind of simple. It's not super flashy and blinged out. I like the side plates. They're obviously going to be interchangeable with whoever has the title. I think that's great. Mm-hmm. I think that can make them a lot of money. Yeah. I want all my favorite wrestlers' titles. Yeah.
This was the first time I've actually thought about buying a replica belt.
Really?
Yeah, first time. Because WWE sent out an email. It was like, now you can order the replica belt. I mean, it looked dang good.
It's a good looking belt, but
I don't know. It's going to be around for a while.
World Heavyweight title is the best looking belt of all time.
I think this comes close.
Oh,
it looks really good.
No,
it looks really
sleek, but it's
sleek. It's futuristic.
Like history in the World Heavyweight title.
I agree with that.
It's a big gold belt.
I would rather pick the big gold belt. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, I hate that it's not as important, but it looks awesome.
Yeah. So something else that happened on the show: Brad Maddox was named the assistant to the interim GM,
supervisor of the general manager of Wrestling Society.
X.
Something like that.
Right. I'm for that. Brad Maddox, I think, is a good personality. I don't think we've had many examples of him being a good wrestler.
Yeah, I like his personality. I like his character.
Yeah.
I think it's fitting. I did not like the whole Office kind of reference, You're the assistant
to the,
like, come on.
It was like a straight rip from
How
The Office.
old is that joke?
I know, seriously.
Like, probably
since like 05, probably. I don't know. Anyway, but I like him in that role. I like that we're going to be seeing more of him. So yeah, but
Wade Barrett.
Oh yeah,
this movie.
Yeah,
had no pictures of
nearly nothing. Yeah.
What was it called? Dead Man Down.
Dead Man Down. Yeah.
I will say it looks like the best WWE movie
for sure. I mean, well, what do you have to compare it to? All the Marine movies.
It looks like they have bigger actors in this one.
Yes, finally.
I hate Terrence Howard. He's terrible.
I'm fine with him in that role. Whatever.
He's played so many terrible movies.
Colin Farrell's good. Did you ever see In Bruges?
No, we've talked about this.
It's an excellent movie.
For several years.
Yeah, well,
if
you see that movie,
every
you will
time
like
you
Colin
go back
Farrell.
to Colin Farrell. Have you seen In Bruges?
Because you need. What else is
That's good. Is that the only movie you can
Daredevil.
Daredevil.
Okay. Anyway, we don't need to be talking about movies. Okay, so let's just go ahead and move on to giving a final rating on the show.
All right, you first.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
Wow, harsh.
Is it harsh?
I give it a 2. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay. I didn't think I would be higher than you here.
The thing about it is that I want to see more development for WrestleMania. I know there's like 6 weeks or something.
God, is that true?
Okay, not 6 weeks.
No, you're probably
it might be 6 weeks.
Right.
I think it is 6 weeks. There's about 6 weeks till WrestleMania. We do have 2 matches set. You know, there's a big match next week, CM Punk and John Cena to kind of... But I guess that doesn't further anything. No. We just know if that match is actually set.
What's actually probably going to happen next week is it's probably going to be like some shenanigans are going to happen, and it's going to be a triple threat. That's what's going to
there's big question marks over so many people's heads. Nothing was resolved. Where's Brock Lesnar? You know,
seriously,
where's Triple H? Where's The Undertaker? Are any of these guys going to be in the mix?
Is The Undertaker even making WrestleMania?
Exactly.
If not, it's time to end the streak. It's time for the era to have ended at the last WrestleMania.
I know. So what are these matches? You have so many big stars that don't have matches. So I feel like watching a show, little progression, which you need big progression. You're building the biggest storylines of the year, supposedly.
Yep.
So I didn't feel like I really got that.
I agree. It felt like we were treading water a lot.
Yeah. So there's decent matches, some decent development, but nothing big.
Right.
It didn't feel like. Besides the title's big.
I love the title, The unveiling of that.
That was the best part of the show,
yes,
I think.
Yes.
So that's good. I like to see a new title. We've been waiting for a new title for how long? 8 years. Ever since they debuted
it, I was waiting for the next one. Yeah. And there were real sleepers, like Orton's match with Kane. That was a real sleeper. Nothing really to it. The mixed tag team match in the middle of the show. Right, exactly. So
Epico and Primo.
Right. Who did Kofi face? Did he face Ziggler? I don't know.
I don't want to talk about it.
Anyway,
obviously the show wasn't very.
It's not very memorable.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not.
I said that word. I might have said rememberable.
That's you messed that up before. Anyway, so unfortunately, kind of a miss this week. We'll probably be covering. I'm thinking we should probably cover TNA next week. We should probably switch off every week.
Switch it back and forth.
Yeah, because we can't do 2 videos a week at the moment. Yeah.
We'll figure something that works.
But TNA, they're taking their stuff on the road right now. It's kind of a big deal.
Whenever they do their first reel on the road, I forget when it is. It's next month.
I thought it was this.
No, this is their England trip. They always go to England. But when they do the first U.S. road,
that should be a big review
in Chicago.
Yeah,
we're definitely going to review that
for sure. But actually, no, I take that back. We are reviewing Raw next week because we're going to be there live.
Yeah.
So. But check that one out. It's probably going to be a little less production value than you normally see because we're going to want to record it probably at the American Airlines Center.
It's going to be cheap, guys.
Yeah. But that being said, thanks for watching, guys. Keep reading the dirt sheets and have a good week in wrestling.
Bye.
Bye.